Ну и продолжаем. Вот эту дверку мы открыли в конце прошлой серии. Или нет, или вот эту следующую дверку открыли. Ну, в общем, разберемся. Да. Напомню, что мы находимся в поместье некоторого сумасшедшего вампира, который исследовал вампиризм, пытаясь излечить свою жену. Но вряд ли она была, конечно, вампиром. Ну, в общем, какие-то эксперименты он тут делает, для чего тут ходит. Толпа этих непонятных сумасшедших людишек. Кто-то ходит, кто-то просто хнычет. Ну, в общем, атмосфера. Ключа вроде нет.
As I expand my dealings with the vampire government, I have encountered a disturbing new symptom of this affliction. Frequently, in conversation, I will hear voices emanating from other vampires, voices that are not their own, but which seem to have insight into their lives beyond what I could gather from simple conversation. These voices seem to echo from deep within my fellow vampires, and I cannot be certain if this symptom belongs to my strain of illness or theirs, for the voices are various and inconsistent. I dare not mention this symptom to my vampiric peers, for they have proven themselves true predators to whom I could be loath to reveal any sign of weakness. Indeed, these voices have counseled me against confessing their presence, and until I can confirm their source, I will listen. The information the voices have given me ranges from curious to frightening. The latter case is especially true of one powerful vampire whose name I shall not commit to recording in the interests of self-preservation.
Не сможешь, да? Ага. Пушки нет, ой. Хорошо-то как. Так, уже наготове, да? Да ладно. Ты издеваешься? Так, в голове. Интересно, он смотрит сквозь дверь или нет? Ну, я тут не пройду. На 3,2. О, даже бегать теперь может. Круто.
The voices have increased in frequency and direction of late. They have begun to stay with me long after conversation has ceased and are serving as quite a distraction. I fear others are beginning to notice my preoccupation at the vampire gatherings. I am thinking again of the particular vampire of whom I spoke previously, who I dare not name for my growing fear. If the voices are to be believed, then my caution is warranted, for they speak of his blackest crimes, both past and future. More than once I have seen the suspicion in his eyes and heard the distrust in his voice when speaking with me. The fear must register on my face, as it is all I can do in these moments to keep from crying out in chorus with the voices.
Да, жутко, наверное.
I am no longer safe. I know it. The voices have proven themselves authentic, and I have withdrawn from the Vampire Society entirely. My absence will no doubt draw attention, but I could no longer hold my fragile composure around the ravenous eyes of my vampire peers, especially not around him. The voices compelled me to make what I fear is a Faustian bargain, but I had to, for their demands are constant and merciless. I have secluded myself within the mansion. I know he will strike out at me. He will go to any length to achieve his ambitions, and he knows it, I know. I have taken precautions to protect my beloved wife. Her cure will have to wait until our immediate safety is guaranteed. The mansion was constructed with security in mind, but at that time I was not privy to the full range of vampire capabilities. The voices echo in the twisted corridors of my psyche, dark whisperings of a macabre and formless menace, the approach of which portends an end to all of this.
Ну, теперь все становится понятно. То есть он то ли выпустил, то ли что вот этих вот тварей, которые сейчас везде ходят, а сам заперся, сделал таким образом такие лабиринты, закрытые двери. Но мы, даже будучи одним вампиром, смогли сюда пробраться. И, видимо, нас кто-то опередил прямо перед нами. Это был Настя Родригес или кто такой, чтобы мы так думали. Это типа криокамеры, что ли? Куда скелет остался? Мне стало интересно, что за дверь была там.
Be cleansed by the flames! The count is dead? Pity it could not be by my hand. No matter. Soon your self-made kings and false prophets and all who bear the mark of the beast will be washed from the earth for the coming of the Lord. As you burn, tell them it was Grünfeld Bach who sent your damned soul to that lake of fire. All agents of Satan shall return to whence they came. Let this righteous display serve as a promise to all who serve the Archfiend Lacroix. I'm coming for you, Lacroix. By the power of the Lord, I will cleanse your black soul.
Ну, как вариант, наверное, может прыгнуть. Но я хочу узнать, что там был за ход. Горящих. Если игра стрелком, можно с одной пули положить любого оружия. Просто расстрелянуться у них жизни на минимум. Так. Туда. Я понял, куда нужно. Не зря сохранился.
Hey, stop right there. Hey, stop right there.
Как вы меня увидели? Не успел блок поставить. Увы.
Hey, stop right there.
Заметили, что он разговаривает, как обычный человек?
Hey, hold it right there.
Вот так будет дома с призраками бы выпрыгнул. И все. Блин. Ого, дополнительное время? Ну надо же. Я думал, просто обновляет.
Money, right? Been a while. Your money's been piling up. Here, that should provide for an interesting evening.
Да ладно. Пусти.
Get out! I'm warning you!
The Primogens still haven't been contacted by Grout. I thought I made it clear that you were not supposed to come back until we had heard from him.
Пошел ты.
Grout's dead? What? Bok! Every time I think he's lost the scent. So, Bok killed Grout to draw me out. Bok is a hunter. They stalk and kill our kind to appease their god. But like many mortals, their so-called faith is nothing but a conduit through which they quench their killing urge. Who else would have killed Grout?
Напомним, что мы тайне работаем на монархов.
Let you finish. With whom do you presume you're speaking? Look at me. Are you sure it was Nines Rodriguez? Because if it was, the consequences... Do you know where this might lead? Do you really have any idea? I'm glad you find this so amusing. I don't. And do you know why? It means... Under most circumstances, I would call a blood hunt on the murderer immediately. However, the anarchs of this city may interpret such an action to be a declaration of war. I do not want a war with them. This decision will take some time. I need to confer with the Primogen on this. In the meantime, I've come to a decision on the Ankaran sarcophagus, and I believe that for the safety of the inhabitants of this city, we need to place the sarcophagus under Camarilla protection until its contents can be confirmed. You don't like me. I can be a bit harsh at times, but you must remember, the responsibility of this city's kindred rests on my shoulders. So naturally, I cannot always be a patient man. But you have been of service, and it is appreciated. This also is very important, so I need to call upon your skill once more. The Ankaran sarcophagus was quietly delivered to the Museum of Natural History a few hours ago. I would like you to bring it back here for safekeeping. Let me finish. The manifest from the Dane shows there was a small box from the same dig on board, but it was listed as missing. Keep an eye open for it. It may have been overlooked. It's crucial we get the sarcophagus in our possession within the next few hours. I have methodically calculated a solution to each dilemma thrust upon our community, and I don't have the time to paint your tiny mind its place in the big picture for each and every instance. So either serve your function, or get out of my sight. Show him out.
Круто! Что ж, возвращаться мы к нему пока не будем. Пускай он подумает, что делать с анархами еще лет 50, а мы как раз к ним сейчас пойдем. Может быть, получится поиграть за анархов?
You measly fuck. You got a lot of nerve showing up here, Lick. You think of Nines. Said he killed a goddamn Primogen. It's a goddamn setup by LaCroix. Nines has been with us every minute for the past week. No way he could have been there, man. He was fucking framed. The only question is, you in?
Блин, шестерочку бы, конечно, нажать.
I'm willing to believe you are a patsy in all this, but I'll be watching you, kid. Don't expect to see him until his bullshit is resolved. Yeah?
Listen, kid, you did what you had to do. Just a messenger, right? It's a ruse by LaCroix so you can call the blood hunt on Nines. Standard smear job, textbook cammy bullshit.
Неужели пока мы бежали, он уже принял решение? Говорил со всем советом.
You're just eager to please, ain't you? I could give a goddamn kid, but I'm sure the boys here would appreciate it if you kept the business as usual. You hear me?
Heard anything?
Да ладно, как так, ничего не узнал. Да быть не может. Видимо, придется к нему опять возвратиться. А разве тут не было дверей? Я не ищу дальше. А, да, точно, чуть дальше. Вот они.
Hello, neonate. How can I be of assistance? Of course.
Неужели в этой игре нет линий? Ну что ж, пусть этот пижон успел уже назначить на Найса кровавого охоты, но наверняка он не смог найти вампира для своего приятного задания. Ну кому он вообще нужен, так не так несправедливо. Обучение 3-й уровень. Там же было написано, что у нас маленький уровень. Странно. Либо было написано, пока мы не взяли.
Get out! I'm warning you!
Those who scorn me are not often given a second chance to return to my favor. Make your case quickly. Your youth and ignorance are hardly an excuse for your impudence. But I still have use of you. See that it never happens again. The only use for 2 olive branches is kindling. Here are the keys to the front door of the museum. The sarcophagus should be in an examination room of some sort. There's a small security staff on site, but I don't want a massacre. Mortals are just as easy to deceive as they are to kill. 1 or 2, but that's all. My history with that family dates back to Bach's grandfather, who pursued me into Africa, where I killed him. Bach's father tracked me to London to meet his death. And now Bach and the Society of Leopold have followed me across America. They never learn.
Да, чтоб ты убил, что-то не верится.
A blood hunt is a death sentence. When one commits a high crime against our society, a blood hunt may be called. It is then the responsibility of the city's kindred to bring the offender final death. There is a degree of immediacy attached to this task. Work fast. And, as on the Dane, you are not to open the Ankaran sarcophagus for any reason. Excuse me.
Нужно было спросить, что за люди. Да блин. Или опять нужно через канализацию в музей. Похоже. Ага. Ну да, отсюда я в канализацию не попаду. Жизнь какая. Домой бы, конечно, заглянуть. 9 минут осталось. В общем. Да, давайте тогда, наверное, загляну домой, посмотрим, что нам та девчонка, которая у нас теперь дома живет, скажет. Вдруг она что-то полезное нам принесет.
My man.
Вот музей. Может ли такое быть, что вот после того, как у нас появилось это задание, нужно было идти к анархам? Или про какую информацию Зибели или как-то там хочет от нас получить? Интересно, масло горячее, нет?
Finally, you're back. I thought maybe something happened to you. I shouldn't even think such a thing. I mean, if you disappeared, how could I go on? But you're here now. I'm so glad when you're near me. Blood? What do you mean? I didn't mean anything by it. Please, give me your blood. No! I need it. I need you. Please, give it to me. I'd do anything for you. Anything. Just don't leave me. This feeling. It's love. Oh, all I can feel is love for you. I almost forgot. I got a college loan check today. Here, I want you to take some of the money. I'm sorry. I'll try harder next time. Okay.
Ну, собственно, теперь, когда мы в следующий раз придем, она будет уже в другом образе.
anything for you. Okay.
Ну ладно, давайте на этом закончим. В следующей серии уже пойдем в музей. У нас других вариантов просто нету. Тут не знаю, что делать. Ну тут, видимо, в другом городе. Ну это со временем потом раскроется снова. Поэтому у нас только одна миссия. Ну что ж, увидимся уже в следующей серии. Всем пока.